to Secrets of the Stones. Today we're talking about another amorphous stone known as jet or lignite. Jet is an opaque black stone and it takes on a brilliant shine when it is polished. This shine is caused by inclusions of pyrite, which can make it appear metallic. Black is the color that absorbs all other colors and retains heat. Jet is composed of 25 to 30% fossilized carbon, a mineraloid derived from decaying wood that has been put under extreme pressure. Carbon is the building block of organic life. It absorbs unhealthy qi. Chemically, jet is the same as diamond and coal, but its formation in the sedimentary layer of the earth gives it very different therapeutic properties. Soft jet has a low density and is easy to carve. It forms in fresh water. Hard jet forms in the presence of salt water. It can be found in Spain and England, as well as in El Paso County in Colorado, where it is mined by the Pueblo Indians. In Whitby, England is said to yield the finest quality of jet, but Spain also produces a type of jet that is harder and more brittle. Most commercial material comes from these two locations. The jet that is found at Whitby in England is part of a jet deposit that was formed 181 million years ago during the Tertiary age of the early Jurassic epoch. Whitby jet is the fossilized wood from a species similar to the Chilean pine, which still grows there today. When rubbed on the skin or clothing, jet emits a static charge and attracts qi to itself. As a fossil, jet is a record keeper and has recorded many deeds of the past. It naturally directs its energy downward, and it has an effect on the yang chao, or yang heel vessel, one of the 8 extraordinary meridians. The yang chao channel is paired with the yin chao channel and begins around the ankle bone on the outer leg, traversing the sides of the body on both sides, and ending at a point below the outer lower orbit of the eyes. The yin chao vessel, its paired meridian, begins on the inner aspect of the ankle and traverses the inner thigh, the stomach, and the abdomen, and it reaches the inner corners of the eyes. All of the traumas, inadequacies, and disappointments that we cannot release are stored in these 2 vessels. The Yang Chao channel represents the way we stand up to the world, the way we lift ourselves up to face life's challenges, and the way we see ourselves, or our self-image. Its affinity for the Yang Chao vessel makes jet an appropriate stone for the person who is always complaining, judging, or protesting their external environment. So what are the functions and uses? Well, this stone is considered to be amorphous, or without form, and has a resonance with the kidney and bladder meridians, as well as the water element. Amorphous crystals are formless, flexible, and impose no agenda. Instead, they take on the agenda of whoever is wearing them. And they also can help us learn the lesson of being gentle with ourselves. Amorphous crystals primarily treat the 8 extraordinary meridians. They are beneficial for releasing established patterns of behavior and for giving us a sense of objectivity about ourselves. They are beneficial for calming the spirit and expelling and extinguishing wind, which can manifest as seizures, migraines, and headaches. They need to touch the skin to be effective and are often used in combination for this reason, because they do not act alone. Another stone that would have a directional effect would maybe help the total combined treatment. Well, here are the 8 extraordinary meridians. I'm planning on doing a series about the effects of the gemstones on each of these channels. The Yang Chao and Yin Chao, or Yang Heel and Yin Heel meridians, are pictured on the right, second from the right. Jet can address some of the physical issues caused by an excess of Yang Qi in the Yang Heel channel, and therefore it is helpful for treating migraine headaches, insomnia, epilepsy, and tremors. When the Yang Heel vessel is overfilled, it is said that Yang is tense and Yin is slack. This condition can cause insomnia or sleeplessness at night. On the other hand, when the Yin Heel vessel has a lot of energy in the channel, there will be sleepiness during the day. The Yin Heel vessel has a deep relationship with the eyes. In fact, you see how in the previous picture it actually reaches the eyes, and these two channels together govern the opening and closing of the eyes. So to manage these two conditions, either insomnia or daytime sleepiness, we can massage the opening points of the Yin and Yang Heel vessels. And these are kidney 6 for the Yin Heel, for daytime sleepiness, on the inner leg below the inner malleolus, or the prominence of the bone that is right under the ankle bone, and the bladder 62 point is on the opposite side, below the lateral malleolus, or the prominence of the ankle bone. Jet also absorbs heat from the body and dissipates stagnation, so it is helpful for treating acute inflammation of the tendons, bursitis, inflammation of the muscles, painful menstruation or cramps, and agitation. It absorbs external wind and is beneficial for addressing allergies, vulnerability and nervousness, electromagnetic radiation from computers or cell phones, and for acute wind conditions such as wind cold, which can cause slight chills, headaches, and muscle pain or radiating pain. Jet can be used during the dark night of the soul for periods of bereavement and for times where we have lost our willpower. It is grounding, and yet it imposes nothing. Meditating with the stone after astral projection or other practices related to the alternate dimensions of life or time will help return the body to its normal rhythms. So what are the practical applications? You can rub Jet over areas of deficiency. These acupressure points that are deficient can be felt as small depressions and points of pain along the channels. Dull or chronic lower back pain and weakness can also indicate a deficiency. Jet will attract qi to these areas. Rub Jet in the depression on the lower back below the spinous process of the second lumbar vertebra, at a level slightly higher than the umbilicus. This point is known as kidney gate or Ming Men, and is beneficial for lifting the spirit. Massage the temples with 2 smooth Jet stones to treat headaches in the temple region. Massage the stone over areas of pain and along the sides of the legs. This is the gallbladder meridian and is beneficial. It holds a lot of tension from the liver channel its paired meridian and is beneficial for addressing sciatica and radiating pain. You can tape jet over inflamed muscles, tendons, and bursa of the joints to treat acute muscle pain, tendinitis, and bursitis. You can also rub this stone around the inner corner of the crease of the knee on a point known as spleen 9 to treat dampness and swelling or aching pain. An amulet or piece of jewelry made from jet during times of difficulty or challenge will help the wearer surmount obstacles. In fact, protective jet amulets dating back to the early Bronze Age have been found in burial sites in North America, Rome, France, Germany, and Britain. The Romans believed it had the power to ward off the evil eye. This stone was also worn during the 19th century during periods of mourning. The practice of wearing jet was popularized in the 1850s after Queen Victoria wore a necklace as part of her mourning dress for Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. There is one caution to be aware of concerning jet, and that is that it is for external use only and should not be used in an elixir. You can cleanse the stone in running water and charge it with a piece of hematite. And here are some images of jet, or lignite. This is Whitby jet, and these are some of the brooches used as mourning pieces in Victorian 19th century England. This is a jet pendant with an undeciphered magical script on it from Iran. This stone is believed to have magical properties and was closely associated with snakes by the Vikings. And by other people. Here are some faceted pieces of jet, which are very shiny because of the inclusions of pyrite. And here is the more opaque form from Whitby. It is one of the few gemstones where it's really a mineraloid that was found on the beach, and popularly it was just picked up and carved because it is very low density. Here is an oval pendant from the Roman era. And here is a Medusa cameo. Somehow this stone was associated with protection against snakes. I believe Pliny the Elder said that burning this stone, which would be like burning coal, could ward off snakes. So perhaps it was the smoke that it created by burning it that protected against snakes. And here is a piece of Whitby jet that's been carved with a seal. And if you're ever in Whitby, you can visit the W.H. Hammond Museum of Whitby jet, or the mines, which I'm told are easy to collapse, so we wouldn't want to go down there without someone. And that is the biggest piece of jet I've ever seen. Well, thank you for joining me today on this very special edition of Secrets of the Stones. Hope you're having a wonderful Veterans Day or weekend, and I'll see you next time.